Last year, Alabama entered its game with Arkansas undefeated, but the overtime loss in that game started them on a 3-7 finish, led to the eventual hiring of Nick Saban. Hey, how are you, folks? Jason Horowitz, glad to be with you on the Toyota College Football Preview, exclusively here on CBSSports.com. You know, Nick Saban, he was in a lot of big ball games against ranked opponents at Michigan State, at LSU, and now he has his first shot in Tuscaloosa with the 16th-ranked Razorbacks coming to town. And for more, we bring in Spencer Tillman from Houston. And Spencer, last year, you know, Arkansas ran wild on everyone, but they did it on Alabama as well. McFadden, Jones, they combined for 177 yards on the ground, but it's not just running with those two guys. How does Nick Saban come up with a defensive scheme to stop that?
Well, it's going to be easier than it would have otherwise because Marcus Monk, the outstanding receiver for Arkansas, won't be lining up. So he's got to deal with the formation still, that wildcat formation. Well, they'll spread you out. They'll use, of course, Darren McFadden, but Felix Jones, they'll put him in the slot as well. Casey Dick, the quarterback for Arkansas, won't throw the ball nearly as much, so that gives a little bit of leeway for Nick Saban to come up with a strategy to attack this formation. But still, it's going to be problematic for a young Alabama defense.
Well, you talk about Nick Saban on the other sideline, Houston Nutt, the Arkansas coaching staff. They've had a week off to prepare for Alabama. They haven't played since the first week of the season when they beat Troy by 20, so had some chance to devise some new plays in that wildcat formation you were talking about. But they also had a chance to get that young defense a little bit better. But what are they going to see when they take on Alabama?
Well, with Nick Saban, you're going to get a lot of 4-3 week, and again, I say 4-3 week concepts because they run a 3-4 defense. They had to go to that defensive front, Jason, because they simply lack the personnel, the meat up front. So they're going to put the onus on their outside linebackers, inside linebackers to create plays for them. So what Arkansas has got to do is run right at them. That's what they do best. They're in Alabama's wheelhouse if they can line up and put Darren McFadden out there and, of course, Felix Jones and run right at that young Alabama defense.
But what does Arkansas's defense have to do against Alabama's offense in this situation?
Well, it's simple. I mean, Alabama likes to run the football. I mean, that's what they do. That's their motto. And that part of what they are hasn't changed. It's about stout defense. You've had a time, about 2 weeks now, to heal and get back. And so I think that Alabama's going to come out, stick close to what has defined them throughout the 80s, the 90s, and even back in the 70s, and that's run the football. So Arkansas has got to be solid defensively, play fundamental ball, and I think they can come away with an upset.
How much of a fact do you think John Parker Wilson plays in this ballgame, the quarterback for Alabama?
Well, the quarterback will always be important. It doesn't matter if you don't have a high-risk offense or not, even if you plan to run the ball, which I think Alabama will do. John Parker has really developed into one of those quality guys that doesn't make mistakes, doesn't put the game on the line with poor decisions. And so when you can get a quarterback like that, you're going to have success and a chance to win most of your ball games.
All right, Spencer, Arkansas has won 3 of the last 4 in the series, but those were all against Mike Shula. Do they make it 4 or 5?
Well, if this game were in Vietnam, I would say Arkansas has a chance, but it's not. And that gives Nick Saban, one of the best coaches out there. You're going to see a lot of 3-4 weak coming off the weak side. If Casey Dick can handle that blitz, Arkansas will have a shot. But I think Alabama will eke out a win by 3 points.
All right, Spencer, thank you very much. We will see you on CBS this weekend for the SEC Game of the Week. It's Tennessee and Florida, and we'll get back to you here a little bit more on the Toyota College Football Preview Show.
All right, Jason, we'll see you.
All right, folks, Arkansas, Alabama. It's a 6:45 kickoff. And for more on this game or any other in College Football Week 3, stay right here on CBSSports.com. Take care, folks.